Hello friends and welcome back to the channel for war number 2 of season 52, and today we have a matchup against SGA. We fought these guys each of the past several seasons if memory serves. I was very excited when I saw the war map because I knew that Ironheart would be getting a lot of work today. They have a dust boss but left Ironheart open, and I knew immediately that I was going to be getting that assignment. So Ironheart, Omega Sentinel, and America Chavez, the ladies are back in action. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We're starting off the war today in Section 2. We are on Path 8. And first up we have a MORDO on Node 26 here. This is a very similar fight to the MORDO that I took on Boss Island in the previous war. Obviously a little bit less health. And MORDO, especially in this tactic, very little defensive threat, because with that heal block up from the tactic, you can manage his irritating power gain. Right here I get parried, so take a combo here. That's super unfortunate, going to cost me a couple potions, but it is what it is. Getting back to like MORDO's defensive threat, like, you know, his special 3 in general does very little damage unless you allow him to build up a bunch of those Furies from charging heavy. So again, very little danger here. A couple potions from taking that parry, and I think he hits through my block at one point here too. Right here, right there. I take 4 hits on the block, and he is somehow able to hit through the block on my 5th hit, or on his 5th hit rather. No idea how he did that. Not running any sort of power backs for this fight, but the end of my war has 4 tech fights, and I am running power back boosts for that. Not really necessary, but just going to make the fight a little bit faster. Yeah, nothing really else to say regarding this MORDO. There, he resists my heavy there, just trying to move the fight along here and remove that power gain, and down he goes. Not really any issue there. Alright, up on node 35, we have an Adam Warlock here. We see many Cosmic Champs on this node, typically a Gore, but regardless, America Chavez is just really good for most Cosmics on this particular node. So as with most of my Chavez fights where power gain is involved, you want to keep 1, preferably 2 copies of the negative zone up at all times, just to handle the power gain from Rich Get Richer. And then, as I have done in several other fights against Adam with Chavez, at the end of the fight, I accidentally throw my special 2 into his pod, and that extends the fight by like another, I'm not sure exactly, it feels like another like 45 seconds, maybe even a minute. So you can see how quickly the fight is going here. Stasis pod incoming, it triggers right as the special 2 lands and mitigates pretty much all of the damage that I would have done. And now we're stuck kind of, you know, trying to bait out this special 2. He healed up a little bit, he's got the mega energy resistance going here. Yeah, so just I need to learn to be a bit more patient and learn to expect that pod when I get him down to a certain health threshold. So right here, firing off 1 full heavy because we are getting a little bit too high with the power there, and he's got the power efficiency up now, so his special 2 cost barely anything. He's going to throw, I think, another... Oh no, I'm just going to chance it and go for the special 3 here, and hopefully this kills. I think I was running Mystic Special Boost and Mystic Power Back Boost, so there was a decent chance that this was going to kill. It does not. It's not going to push him to the special 3, but thankfully he backs up, holds block, and we can just tap his block a few times to kill him. Alright, up on Mini-Boss Island number 1, we have a Storm X on node 39 with Power Snack and 1 too many hits. We're going to be going in here with Omega Sentinel because she is immune to Nullify, and thus we won't have to worry about Power Snack. And then we'll just have to pay attention to the Power Stings. Whenever Storm gets a bar of power, she'll trigger a Power Sting on us, so we just have to watch out for that. I think I do mistime a special 1 dex in this fight. However, I have 3 of my personal debuffs on Storm, and one of the little-known, little-used parts of Omega Sentinel's SIG ability is that she gains like a bunch of energy resistance per non-damaging debuff on the defender. So you're going to see me take a hit here. You can see the Cold Snap doing basically nothing, and that is due to her signature ability. So, you know, the one time I think ever that has actually come in handy here. Fire off the special 2, and now for some reason here I continue to go for special 1s instead of just trying to build back up to the special 2. Like, the plasmas are ticking for quite a bunch of damage here. I don't know, I guess I was just feeling impatient since she kept going. She was so close to death. I figured my basic attacks would probably do her in here. So yeah, a little bit faster if I had just gone to another special 2 at this point. Bidding out 1 more special 1 from her here, I think. Don't really care about the unblockable. and then a couple more hits there finishes her off. Alright, moving up to Boss Island, we are taking both fights on the right-hand side here, and we're going to be taking the Dust Boss. Starting off here with an Onslaught on node 47 with power efficiency and missing in action. Going to be using Ironheart with the Rupture pre-fight. Very, very important to use that, otherwise you're probably going to die immediately. And Ironheart counters a lot of what Onslaught likes to do. She can't fully turn off his Neuroshocks through the block, because he gets that flat ability accuracy increase, but she's immune to reverse controls with tracking up, and she can fully prevent his degens through the block, so it is safe to push him to the special 2 if you need to. Wouldn't recommend it, because if he gets that crush debuff up, then you're going to be dead from the degens. So right here I'm distracted by a notification, and I take the final hit of that special 1. That's fine. Ironheart again is a metal champ, cannot remove those Neuroshocks via dodging back, so any that you do trigger on yourself are just going to be there. Extra important with her not to trigger a Daunted so that you can continue to regen from the various debuffs that he does put on you. With power efficiency, you're going to be baiting a lot of special 1s in this fight, and very little opportunity, I would say, in this fight to get to like a big special 2. So you notice I'm pretty much sticking to the special 1 because I want tracking up as much as possible for that counter to the falter. We cannot counter miss unless tracking is active, and that was really, really important to me in this fight to keep that up. Striker intercept there, and then I do a full combo, finishing in a medium, which I don't typically like to do. And here the debuffs have fallen off, tracking is not active, so I do need to kind of be a bit concerned about getting 3 more of those debuffs up in order to trigger the tracking before the falter triggers us again. And then here he gets the crush charge here, and I think I do take another hit here as well. Maybe I bait the special 1. I know I take some more hits here. I think I bait the special 1, and then I go in for a combo and hold block. After this one, is it? Yeah, after this one, right there, he gets the crush charge after that full 5-hit combo. Fortunately, my invuln took care of it. I push him to the special 2 because the fight is essentially over at that point. And other than a couple mistakes, I would say that was a pretty nice fight. All right, Node 49 Dragon Man. We took this fight in the previous war. This one is a little bit less clean than that one was. I dex the heavy here, but I'm apparently too eager to counter and run right into his second hit. So that's a little annoying. Take a little bit of brute force damage there from that, and then I have no idea what happened there. But it's totally fine because we have 2 non-damaging debuffs, and the willpower healing is going to keep us topped off here. So a little bit of a tricky start to this fight, but you know, very little danger with such easy access to incinerates. You can repeatedly turn off that stun shield. You can heal up via willpower from his special 1 and take care of his power gain charge. So any of the damage you are going to take is just going to be almost entirely reliant on how cooperative his AI is. So I think, again, I said earlier, I'm running power back boosts for this fight and the previous one and the next one. So we are trying to get to like a big special 2 here. Only 12 debuffs active, so not a lot of damage there. I don't think we got any crits on that special 2 either, which is super unfortunate. But luckily we are close to a second special 2 here, and I think we were going to special intercept, but he was nice enough to toss his special 2, double medium into another special 2, and that's all she wrote. Alright, moving on to the last fight of the war. It is the boss. Again, I'm surprised to see Dust as the boss with Ironheart open. Ironheart unquestionably the best Dust counter in the game. Using an advanced power boost here, which I would do again. However, at the start of the fight here, I bait out the heavy and then immediately go for a special 1. I would not do that again if I had to take this boss again, just because I think it's more valuable to build up additional debuffs on her and then use the advanced power boost to get to that special 2 faster. Now in this fight, the longer it goes, the harder it's going to be for Ironheart to deal like a lot of damage, because those energy resistance buffs are really going to hurt the potency of her incinerates and the burst damage that she gets from her special 2. So I'm just trying my best here to keep as many incinerates on her as possible. Heavy from the striker to get the suppression here. The other problem with this fight is that it's very hard to build tempo because she's stun immune, so you can't just get easy parries with tracking up. and you cannot punish Dust's special 1, at least that I'm aware. So I'm trying my best to push her to this special 2 as much as possible, because you can dex out of those last couple hits and then punish it from there. So I feel like I left a lot of damage on the table, because as a result of how I'm kind of playing it, I'm using a lot of special 1s instead of, going for big burst damage here. Right there, I should not have heavied. I should have done like a medium, light, medium into the special 2, but it's fine because we get the special 2 intercept off shortly after that. Doesn't do a ton of damage again. She's got 4 of those energy resistance buffs up, so we were not able to get very far from our power back boosts. Adding more debuffs with the special 1, again, tracking pretty important in this fight, because you want to keep that miss counter up for the tactic. Keeping the heal block up is nice too. And the last thing I want to talk about with Dust is that her heavy recovery time is very fast. In my duels against her, you really have to be like on top of the heavy punish, because she will parry you if you do not counter her heavy fast enough. Right there, I didn't think I was going to get to second bar of power there. It's fine, we bait out the special 1, fire off the special 2, and that is about a 2-minute fight against a Dust boss. Really, really happy with Ironheart's performance this war. Just such a fun champ, and I am so pleased that she's like finally getting her due. We did come away with the win in this war, 6 kills for me, 0 deaths, and our record for the season improves to 2-0. Folks, get set for some more Ironheart gameplay this season, I am sure. And if you enjoyed this, of course, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. See you again next time.